Yo, Justin Rood, Drift Corp team manager. Fanger, what do you want to see on the show tonight, mate?
Let's get this drifting on, mate.
Get this drifting on. Apparently there's some other stuff on here, I don't know, but it's drifting. That's all we care, right?
Drifting.
Let's go.
Set your VCRs, take the phone off the hook. You're a little nervous, excited even. If you're wondering what's happened to you, it's the drifting that's doing it to you. Woo! D1NZ presented by Pit Stop Race Performance Systems. Welcome to D1NZ. I can't tell you how excited I am. This is episode 1 of the nation's first ever dedicated drifting show, but I hear you're a little confused. What exactly is drifting? Well, we're better to find out than right here in the very heart of it, D1NZ headquarters. And who better to tell us than the 2003 D1NZ champion, JT. How's it going?
Not too bad, Chief.
Nice. Tell these folks, what exactly is drifting?
Okay, drifting's a controlled slide or drift through a segment or section of a course or, cones, road.
Local airport. Could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Indeed, drifting on D1NZ. Now, from what I can gather, it's exactly what you used to do in your mum's car, but you didn't know you were doing it. But the professionals have taken it off the streets and onto the track. Now, folks, with crazy technical terms like yanking and pulling, this drifting stuff sounds pretty tricky. It's not that hard, though, is it, JT?
No, it's not.
Talk us through a corner, JT.
Okay, you're driving down the front straight of Pukekohe. You turn in, pull up the handbrake, push the clutch in. You'll start to get a bit of oversteer. Drop that clutch and the handbrake at the same time. You start to oversteer and you just drive it out with the throttle. Obviously, your response and everything's the main key. And also, you oversteer with your steering wheel and just hold on for the ride.
Right, basically you've got to control that oversteer. How do you do that? Just touching the gas on and off?
Yeah. Your throttle's actually 90% of your steering. You know, you put your foot right down, the car will go right out, bring it back, and come back.
Drifting is unique in the world of autosport. There are judges. What are those judges looking for, Chopper?
Well, there's 3 main points: speed, line, and angle. Speed, you want to enter the fastest, and as long as you can hold that drift, if you're exiting the fastest, you're obviously doing pretty good. Angle, you want to be lock to lock each way through the whole section, and you'll also be getting pretty good points. And your line, so you want to be trying to contact or getting it as close as possible to each apex of the section, and obviously through the other side of the corner, try and get the rear of the car as close to the back. And style, used to be a lot about opening the door, waving out to your mates and your mum. These days we're concentrating on your line and a lot more speed.
Nice. Judging, like in ice skating.
No! I think to run the car about 30 grand a year would be my running costs.
In 2004, the D1NZ came alive. Ruapuna, Manfield, Pukekohe. The drivers were there, record numbers in attendance, and they were ready to drop some hammers. Now, Pit Stop Race Performance Systems takes us to our 2004 highlights, live and direct from Pukekohe.
Pukekohe is a fast, long, high-speed, technical track, which is not recommended for beginners. Otherwise, you end up in the kiddie litter or spin out like this.
It's your arch nemesis, Justin Root. He spins out. He would make it through to the battle for 3rd and 4th. Bring that on right now. I said now. Here we go. JT chasing Justin Root. A battle for the ages. Justin would end up winning it. JT would end up showing the crowd how dissatisfied he was. Gets a little gas. Ooh, God bless you. On to the battle for 1st and 2nd. Craig Palmer and Ben Thomason. Ben in the lead car. Spins out. Craig takes it all. The win, the glory, the rubles, the moolah, the man, the ching. And then decides to disappear for 4 years. Where is he?
We're out of control, but the car's not out of control.
It's a very simple format to understand. Unfortunately, it's not so easy to do, but it's damn exciting. You start off with 45 cars, which get cut down to the top 16, which go into a battle mode. From then on, they have lead and chase cars. Obviously, the top 16 get cut in half to 8, then to 4, then to 2, then to your winner. There are other aspects of the format for elimination. Say spins. If you spin more than 360 degrees, that's straight out. You're out of there. Also, if you're overtaken, then you're out of there as well, as long as the other guy's drifting.
Fielding, that's got to mean excitement. Excitement has one name, Manfield. Time for 2004 round 2 at Manfield. We've got a chance to meet male model Adam Richards.
Everyone gets on the corner and what do they want to see? They want to see a car that might get a bit sideways, might get a bit loose, or might almost spin out. How it comes to drifting, man, every car's doing it. Yeah. Everyone's on the edge and there are cars spinning out and losing it, and it's just so good to watch. Every single car that comes around, you're like, oh, what's going to happen with this dude? You know, whereas you go to the racing and it's like, what, one in every 10 laps, someone gets a bit loose on it and might spin out, you know?
So Manfield, another extremely technical track with a solid right hand, a decent midsection, and you've got to keep on the gas.
Well, there's one guy that steps on the gas whenever he drives. Victor Chapman, arm out the window. Maybe an onion farmer, but he drives like a madman.
So Pun on the lead in this one, Justin Roode hunting him down, gaining him through that midsection.
Ben Thomason up against Sean Falconer. The two boys from down the line. Thomason in the lead. Falconer has one of the best entry angles in the game. And in the end, Falconer would take it out. Into the battle of the pretty boys. JT up against Adam Richards. And a little bang up there. JT ends in the kitty litter. It's his second home. JT would come back again. He would have his revenge at the end of the day, beating Adam Richards. Semi-finals time now, and Justin Roode up against JT. No one told Justin he left his hand back on the top of the car. Silly Billy. Could have fallen off. And Justin out of there. JT would progress onto the top 8. Can I get a witness? Victor Chapman, Hayden Ferguson, two S13s, almost takes out the cameraman. Chapman again driving with speed possessed. The Pukekohe onion farmer would go through, and he's waving to people, he's nuts. Onto the semi-final, Sean Falconer in the lead, JT coming through there, better entry angle, better speed, better line.
Thank you.
In the end, JT would take it out. Onto the finals, Manfield 2004, round 2, JT up against Victor Chapman. Chapman's been on fire all day. JT strong and steady through the course. But in the end, it looked like Chapman cracks under the pressure. And then what do you know? His arm gets tired of waving. He gives up. My arm's tired. I'm going to pull over. That or his gearbox selector broke. You make the call. Either way, JT wins.
I don't really think it's the car myself, It's the driver itself. You know, you can hop in any car and drift it.
Until round 3, drifting had been centred mainly in the North Island. But it wasn't until round 3 we found about the wealth of talent at Ruapuna. Here we go, 2004 round 3.
Ruapuna, a technical, tight, twisty second gear track.
That's right, JT. You came there prepared with a brand new car.
Yep, C33 Laurel.
Right into the action then, and of course you had all the big stars there. Sean Falconer, Justin Roode.
Yep, Justin's been ripping it up all day.
Victor Chapman, fresh off of his second place in the previous round. He was hungry for it. And the South Islander in the lead in the AE86.
We've got Phil
Taylor
in the 86. Pushing pretty hard, knocked Victor out of there. Straight into the finals with Justin Roode and
Nick Shrimpton. In the end, Justin too good for Shrimpton, but the South Islanders did pretty good.
They did pretty damn good. Nick knocked me out.
Ooh, must be good. Justin wins it and chisels his way up that championship ladder.
It owes me a lot of love, compassion, and a good $20,000 out of the wallet.
It's quite a cool feeling holding a car right on the edge and knowing that one bump can fire you off the track. It's wet and everyone's used to being in the dry, that they're just going too hard and trying to impress and pushing.
Victor Chapman would know all about the wet. He's got a love-hate relationship with Pukekohe, and that's where we go for round 4 of the D1NZ. Falconer in the wet, loses it. The reverse angle, and Andy loses it as well. Andy Choi in the wet's there. Time to take you inside the car on the RPS drift cam with Falconer. A little of what it feels like, right, JT?
Yeah, looks a bit like that. Straight into semi-finals between Carl Skews and Victor Chapman. Power's obviously not an issue today due to the weather conditions. Carl having a big spin there.
First time I haven't been up against a Drift Corp member, which is a bit of a change.
Into the finals now.
We've got Andy Choi and Victor Chapman. Chapman with way better angle through that first corner. And Andy has a huge spin right on that last corner.
So Victor changes down and then takes it out.
Thank you.
He takes the money and puts himself right at the very top of the class in the championship running. JT, Justin Root and Sean Falcon are following up there.
Nah, it's just a little A86. Yeah, it's got some mad steering lock on it.
Back to glamorous fielding in Manfield for round 5 of the D1NZ. Justin Root had the pressure on him to try to take out Victor Chapman, who was leading the championship. The girls were there, the ducks were there. JT was there. And Lord Jesus, did I mention that the ducks were there? Show me the ducks. There they go. All throughout qualifying, all eyes on this man, Victor Chapman. Hella speed in through the corners. But let me tell you a little secret. Doesn't take the pressure too well, Victor. Starts to cry. There are the ducks. Andy Choi there as well. Qualifying went reasonably well. JT, there are the ladies. Gorgeous fielding ladies. Into the first battle, Hayden Ferguson up against the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Adam Richards. WSR coming on strong. Pretty much his local track. He thrived. Victor Chapman up against Andy Choi.
Yep, Chapman pushing really hard through this midsection, but he's still feeling that pressure from behind.
Sean Falcon are up against Pun in this next battle, and Pun out and into the mud. Lord Jesus. Taking you inside the car now with Sean Falcon. It looks like he's smiling. He's nuts. He'll take that out. JT up against Darren McDonald now. And McDonald feels the pressure and backs the car beautifully like a trailer into the mud. Beep, beep, beep.
Justin Root making oodles of headway against Jerry Zoo. Justin has missed the consistency today.
Your next battle is Craig McConnell up against Adam Richards. Richards, the most improved driver of the season. Out of the Naki, the WSR boy puts the pressure on McConnell and passes him in the drift. There you see McConnell in the mud. Richards driving past and he waves at him as driving past. That's a good sportsmanship. Victor Chapman up against you, JT.
Yep, still struggling with the new combination.
Excuses, boy. Chapman takes out JT. He progressed through to the top 4.
Justin Root against Sean Falconer in this one. Sean holding a way better angle through that first section.
May have put him off for the rest of the corners though. And that's one of Falconer's big problems, isn't it?
Falconer feels the pressure and he spins. Takes a bad spin there.
Yes, Dancing with the Stars partners are Dana Jury and Johnny Udy. Jury in the lead there in the big Safiro.
Johnny falling a bit offline and then looks for his water wings.
His floaties as he goes through the mud. We'll talk there between Richards and Chapman. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Chapman and Richards, two of the big guns. And Chapman feels the pressure. He's out. Adam Richards would go through into his first final. Nuts. Look at him go. He's happy as a wee sandboy.
Semi-final 2, Dana Drury and Justin Root both coming through the top of third gear there. And once again, pressure from Mr. Consistency causes Fury to spin on the last corner.
And there you have it, your round 5 2004 final will be Justin Root up against Adam Richards, spinning to win.
Richards and Root coming in hard. They want to keep on that line and keep accelerating through the whole course.
This is kind of a battle between the new up-and-comer and the established presence that is Justin Root. And Adam Richards spins out Root, passes him in the drift. Onto the second run now.
Richards only got one option in this, to force Root to spin.
And that, of course, would force a rerun. So Adam trying to apply the pressure like a vice, but Justin Root would be too good. That spin is at the finish line. He has taken it out. Adam Richards is happy with his second place. So far, his highest placing in the D1NZ. And with that win, Justin Root ties with Victor Chapman. It is a tied ball game with 1 round to go on the D1NZ, both on 29 points.
Manfield and a preview of the final round of D1NZ. Justin Root up against Adam Richards, two of the superpowers of drifting in New Zealand right now. Yes, indeed, and in fact, about 30 episodes when we first started bringing you drifting, it was but a babe. Now it's grown into a full-blown nightmare of a culture. It's taking over New Zealand. That was evident at Manfield. The crowds on hand were massive and they were loving it. The real question remains, though, who will win the championship? It's tied. 3 people can win it. JT, Victor Chapman, or this man, Justin Root.
Some crazy twilight drifting going on.
That is good drifting.
Last round of the year. It's a bit of a tie break, really.
Yeah.
Myself and Victor first equal, and Jarrus very close behind. So, yeah, it's going to be all on.
What are you going to have to do to take out Victor?
Not make a mistake.
Yeah.
That's all I've got to do. Is not make a mistake. I'm very good at making mistakes.
Yeah.
So.
Secret weapons, techniques.
Yeah, not making a mistake.
Oh,
that's all it is, man. So I'll probably drive hopefully about 80%.
Yeah.
80, 85. Just do what I need to do, really.
What's the error? Like try and get up tight on them? No?
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, I do my best at that. Anyway, I love following because it's just gives me something extra to do. Yeah. I was a little bit bored, so I love getting right up in there tight. Close to a little hug, to the hip in there. So the boys have just lifted their game like you wouldn't believe. The cars, look around, look at the Westside Rotor guys, they're fully decked out, full sponsor here, Tyre King, on Hayden's car. The game's just gone. It's gone sky high.
Yeah. What are the crowd going to expect? Just come along and see everyone laying it out? Just
hard out. It's going to be hard out, that's all I can promise. There'll be some crashes, there'll be some spills, there'll be some rubbish shred, I can guarantee you that. There'll be rubber flicking everywhere. And yeah, lots of entertainment. Guys will be getting real close, maybe a few love taps. And hopefully a real good crowd. We've got an atmosphere, that's what we have to do. Our days, they have an awesome atmosphere, and the more crowd we get there, the more we can hype them up, and it just makes a mean day. So all promo girls there, all the usual stuff going on, so a few giveaways, that sort of thing. It's just good.
Look at those crowds loving it. They're all part of the army drifting, taking over the nation at a rate of knots. I'm there with them in the passenger seat, like a scared little girl. But I love it. So there it is. Make your way to Mansfield. Tie your children up to a heater and get down there for the championship.
Round 6, Mansfield, D1NZ, and a very important round for this man, Victor Chapman. He has to beat Justin Root to take out the championship. His first battle doesn't go well, colliding with Brad Kidney. Looks bad.
He spun out in front of me, but it's just a racing accident.
Chapman would win that battle and continue. This is Reese McBreen up against JT. No turbo in the Laurel. And he'd be struggling too. Here's Justin Root, fresh off of that victory.
So after winning the last round, he's still feeling pretty confident there.
I'd call it cocky. Justin Root takes out Ben Thomas.
It's almost like mind games now. Tormenting having a big 6-cylinder come up beside you screaming.
Those mind games would be the end of Victor Chapman's championship dreams. He would spin out, leaving the door wide open for Justin Root. On to the semi-finals, Justin Root and Hayden Ferguson. Justin is at the top of his game. Look at that entry angle.
He's been feeling pumped all day, so he's on form.
Well, he's on form, but the car's sounding pretty sick. And the real question is, would the car last out the day?
Well, second and fifth, just like Adam. You got to just cruise, don't fuck it up.
Unbelievable advice from the guru. McBreen up against Dana Fury Jury. And McBreen, the better racing line.
Sure is. Light wheelbase seems to be an advantage on the day.
Going into the final, so real problems with Justin Root's car.
What gears are you missing? Just a couple, third and fourth, just the important one. Holy Mother of God. All right, it's the final.
So with the championship already under his belt, Justin Root heads out to win the final D1NZ for 2004.
Still struggling with those gearbox problems, stuck in second gear here, pushing it on the rev limiter the whole time. McBreen confident that he's taken out this final run. Justin still no third and fourth, tries to shoot for fifth. Takes a spin on the last corner, back to first and sits on that rev limiter.
Oh, hands off the steering wheel, he's gone crazy.
Yeah, I heard it. You're the man. Fifth gear through the sleeper. Good effort.
So McBreen takes out the final event, but Justin Root is your overall 2004 champion. He celebrates by wearing a sleeveless top. So to the Pit Stop RPS leaderboard, your D1NZ champion for 2004 is Justin Root. So Justin Root takes out 2004. Sorry, little guy. Still there as always, 2005. What's going to happen?
Everyone's going to step up. It's going to be wicked, and anyone can take this one out.
With that in mind, let's head to
Ruapuna Raceway.
Round 1, fight! Yes, sirree, Pit Stop Race Performance Systems and the miracle of modern magic television take us to Ruapuna for round 1 of D1NZ 2005. The ladies were there, D-Corp was there, 7 cars representing. Nerdy guys spraying girls, it's nuts. And of course D-Corp with their professional look, WSR always in effect. And the low point for me, a little bit too Dukes of Hazzard, Scott Andrews with the car with the lights and the flashing. He may get a red card, but the word is still out there. 2005 is a whole new level for D1NZ.
Now it's time to check out the highlights from the qualifying round in Ruapuna.
And I could never forget the life passes. And through the heel of it all I stood tall. Never run, I'd never fall. Let it be heard among the masses. The sound didn't reflect that we were born with no regret. We left the people burning static. And every true addict of life turned fanatic. And all the people put themselves in a panic. And all the people lock themselves in the attic. Night falls, guns lock, this is war. No more lies, no intellectual metaphor. And now forever the past is reality. I could never forget what you did to me. Your confusion breeds delusion. Rock your world with my own contusion. What you earn is cause you forget me. Reject me, damn well neglect me. Starvation of your time to
Let's go. If y'all want that crazy shit and y'all feeling this crazy shit, go on, get your ass up. And if y'all got an ass to shake and y'all wanna get that ass to shake, go on, get your ass up. We be clubbing and we go for days, so get drunk with the crew, motherfucker. Go on, get your ass up. If you drunk and you loving the taste, hit the floor, get crunk right now. Go on, get your ass up. What up, the Brown Boys here to save the day. But if y'all wanna hate, then it's major pain. You gon' feel it, you gon' feel it in a major way. Low key's nothing but trouble in a major way. Run for cover, the boys here to take the cake. My sweet tooth chewing lines from the wake and bake. We doing time in the booth, on the stage we take what's rightfully ours. We growing from the dope with taste and fighting the power, resist temptation. Clocking the hours for the time we've been wasting away, waiting for the day me and Chevy turn up the club wasted. Nightfall, like a shot, so lemon and chasing. Y'all, women get placing for victims to more games than a player blatantly playing on your downfall. That's why I hang around y'all, and why we ain't going around, cause we here to change the sound, y'all. If y'all want that crazy shit, and y'all feeling this crazy shit, go and get your ass up. And if y'all got an ass to shake, and y'all wanna get that ass to shake, go and get your ass up. We be clubbing and we go for days, so get drunk with the crew, go and get your ass up. If you drunk and you loving the taste, hit the floor, get crunk right now, go and get your ass up.
See, I to jump off. I dumped off, heading up the grace to bump off. Music in the street sounds sweet, like a sleep, like I'm 44s and I'm ready to pump off. Yeah, boy, go and get the jump off. Hip hop, it can't stop, so I'm ready to jump on. The bandwagon, yo, we get your pants sagging. All the girls never taking, but they still ass grabbing. Looking at your fine ass, shaped like an hourglass. I like my girls bad with a little touch of fine class. The mission continues, I'm leaving you bums and on the count of
Low speed.
Low speed.
Not good. I want high speed drifting.
Here we are with a South Island success story. We've got the D1NZ boys, we've got Nick Lee, Nick Shrimpton, and Kent Shrimpton. So they got a really nice looking S15 here, and a couple of pretty smart looking S14s as well.
I spent nearly 17 grand on the car, hold the car for 28, almost like 10 grand.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just for the fun of it?
Yeah, but hope I don't crash the car.
No.
Nah, don't want to crash the car.
What are these for?
Oil pressure, water temperature, boost gauge, and electronic fan controller, and shift fly, power meter. It's a boost controller, and obviously commander. Yep.
You got time to look at all this stuff when you're out there?
Nah, never watch. Just keep the eyes on the temperature, water temperature and the oil temperature, and yeah, that's it. I don't watch the commander anymore. I don't know how to use it. I do some work myself and get a job, and my good friend Stanley, and 5 Star Jing, he do the wheel suspension work for me because they are my sponsor. Get free time from there as well. I don't like drifting or wet. Too wet, yeah. Low speed. Not good. I want high speed drifting.
Right now, you see it, Brad Kidney up against Dana Jury.
Nick Lee in his shiny new S15 up against Reese McBreen.
That S15, probably one of the most expensive drift cars out there. How much would that run you?
80 to 100.
Bucket change for a rock star like Adam Richards. That's how much his sunglasses cost.
Definitely feeling a bit better as the day goes on. I've got my best tyres on as well, which helps.
Well, Adam Richards is definitely a rising star in the world of D1NZ and the combat camo Safiro, and he put the heat on gas. Another rising stars is Fanger Dan representing D Corp. Hand out the window there.
Yeah, he's cranking through this one. Knocks out one of the local boys from Christchurch.
Tactic, chase, speed, or?
He's pretty good at a chase, but not that good at angle and all that sort of thing.
Well, JT borrows sunglasses off of Adam Richards, makes a fatal mistake and falls victim to Stan Lee. He's the creator of Spider-Man fame.
Top 4, Nick, Stanley, Adam, and Fanger Dan.
Your first semi-final, WSR up against D Corp. Adam Richards up against Fanger Dan. Adam up in front now, Dan trailing.
Daniel's struggling with his power on these runs. He's been running on 5 cylinders for the last couple.
And you see Richards really coming into the zone on the trail now. Second pass, all over Fanger Dan. Like white on rice.
And Richards is in the final.
What sort of power are you making in the car?
430.
Yeah.
430. Yeah, not bad.
Good smoke?
On your second semi-finals now, Stanley leading Nick Lee.
Stanley with a bit of understeer there, but Nick puts it in the dirt.
Talking about that, there's a couple of little blondinis coming up in a second. Stay clear for them.
Nick's still pushing really hard, but I think Stanley's going to take this one out with a better chase line.
Talking about that, there's a couple of blondes coming up. Hold on, hold on, hold on. There you go. Your battle for third and fourth is the showdown between the South Island, that $100,000 car of Nick Lee up against Fanger Dan, who's still on the benefit, I understand.
Yep, he is, and he's still struggling with his power. I think we had some coil problems earlier in the day, and he just can't get around them.
So the local boy, Nick Lee, takes it out. Fanger Dan shunts it to fourth.
Pushing hard, represented.
On to the final, surrounded by the ladies, Adam Richards. Just struck that 5-year modelling contract in Milan. He'll be leading out, and behind him, what do you know it is, Stan Lee.
Stanley pushing hard, Adam's still concentrating on his hair through the second corner.
A little rough there, he is driving unbelievably well right now, Richards. Holds off Stanley, throws him in the dirt. Second pass now, Richards will be trailing Stanley.
Still struggling with the chase. The acceleration of these S15s are really good over your longer wheelbase.
It's still brilliant driving from Richards. He lays on the pressure. Little gassy in the back there. And Stanley would take second, but you know what? In his first event of the season, Mr. Adam Richards wraps up first. And the money and the ladies. Adam Richards sits first on the leaderboard for the D1NZ as well. Now before we go, it is our pit stop drift of the day. Victor Chapman through the corner on the apex. Now you're going to see Reese McBreen pass him in the drift. This is what drifting's all about.
So there you have it, it's in the bag, stick a fork in it, it's done. Episode 1, round 1 of D1NZ over and done with. Can't say it wasn't emotional.
Yeah, it was.
Shed a few tears. Next time we bring drifting into your living room, it's going to be from Manfield, the Carnage. Round 2. Wait! When we return for the next episode, we're going to bring you a dedicated half hour from Manfield, round 2 of the D1NZ. I'm Brooke Howard-Smith.
And I'm JT.
He's an Aquarius. This has been D1NZ presented by Pit Stop Race Performance Systems and a product of XS.